Hi, you guys. Welcome to Mary's Vlogs, and today I am back with another one. Okay, so I broke my hand June 26, 2016, and what happened was so it had to be a weekend because I was volunteering as a camp counselor over the summer. I think it was Saturday, and me and my auntie wanted to go to Aquaport. So we got up and we caught the bus there, and we were on the bus, and it had started raining. And once it started raining, we were like at Lambert Airport, and so we were like, well, we can't go to Aquaport, which Aquaport is a water park if you don't know what Aquaport is. And we were like, well, if it's raining, we're not going to be able to go to Aquaport because, I mean, who wants to go to a water park in rain? So we called and they were closed. So we were at Lambert Airport. So we got off there and we walked across the street we was across the street from Lambert Airport, and then like across the street from where the bus stop was like a pancake house or something. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Pancake House. So we went up there, we got us something to eat, and my granny, she had a speaking engagement in Chesterfield. So she called us and was like, where y'all at so I can come pick y'all up. And we were telling her we was on the bus stop and we were just gonna go back home. But then she was like, I'll come pick y'all up and you can do something, because my auntie, she's 18, but at the time she was 17 and she knew how to drive. So we were like, we're gonna go somewhere. So when we got in the car, we were like, what should we do? Should we go to the mall? But mind you, we couldn't go to the mall because we were like soaking wet. So I'm like, I'm not about to go to the mall. And I had on my swim attire. I'm like, I don't want to go to the mall and I look like this. Like, no. So we were like, okay, we're just going to go to my nana's house. And my nana lived in Chesterfield by where her speaking engagement was. And she was coming, so we just got her key and we went there. So when I first got there, I'm like, ooh, I really want to ride this bike, but I never really rode it. We just went upstairs and watched some TV. So after we watched some TV, my auntie was like, we should go to the store and get some snacks and stuff since we're going to be here for a while. So we drove to the store and got us some snacks. I got me some tea. And then we went back. She let me drive around the little neighborhood or whatever. So I was driving around. So then when we came, like when I parked the car or whatever and we came back, then I went upstairs and I'm like, I'm so bored. I want to go ride the bike. So she's like, okay, let's go downstairs. So I went upstairs and we opened the garage because they have like a big garage. I think it's like I don't know what's called, like a 2-car, 3-car garage. I don't know which one it is. It's a big garage. So we were in the garage and I'm like, I'm gonna ride the bike. So her house sits up on a hill, right? So you have to go down the hill to our driveway to get on the street. So I didn't ride the bike down that hill, but I got on the bike, I was riding it, and my auntie was still in the house. She was trying to, like close the door or whatever since we were going outside. Like so. And then all of a sudden, I just started going like really, really fast down this hill. Didn't know the hill was there. I was just riding the bike and I started going super fast and I was going down the hill. So like basically I lost control of the bike. Like I couldn't stop it, I couldn't do nothing, so I just fell. And I thought, I was gonna fall, get a little scrape and just put the bike up like I'm not doing this no more. But that's not what happened. Like when I fell, I didn't know I broke my hand. I don't know, some people say because of the adrenaline you really don't know. But I got up and then I was just like, how you like check yourself to make sure you don't got no scrapes or whatever. And I looked up and my hand was like this big. There was blood coming out. It was like cocked over to the side. It was real messed up. So I started screaming for my auntie and I was crying because it was hurting so bad. Like the whole time I did not know my hand was messed up, it wasn't hurting. But when I knew my hand was messed up, then I started crying and it started hurting so bad. So I was screaming my auntie name. So then she was like, go sit in the car while, because she had to go get the bike, bring it all the way back to the house. She had to close the door to the garage. She had to clean up our mess that we made. And she had to close the garage. So I was just sitting in the car waiting. And mind you, my hand is hurting because it is broke. Like, it was hurting so bad. So we called my grandpa. And he told us to go to Mercy Hospital. Mercy Hospital was over there somewhere. So we went to Mercy Hospital and we hurried up and rushed to get there. And then we get there and the lady is like, have you been out of the country? And I'm like, why does that even matter? Like, my hand is about to freaking fall off. Why are you asking this? So we went in the back and they called my family members, and I was on the hospital bed, and she like had to put this IV in me and all this other stuff. So they gave me like some morphine, I think that was what it was, and like they smashed my hand together, like, and now I'm like crying because I can still feel it, and like, why would you squeeze a broken hand? I mean, such a smart thing to do. So they was like, I was gonna have to get surgery, I was gonna have to stay overnight and all this other stuff upstairs, and they told me I wasn't gonna have surgery until the next day. But while I was asleep, they said they came at 1 o'clock in the morning and said I can have my surgery now. So we went downstairs, and I just was so scared because I don't like surgery and I really don't like hospitals. But I had to get my surgery, so they had the anesthesiologist give me the anesthesia and whatever. I don't know how to really pronounce anesthesia. No, it's not anesthesia. I don't know, whatever. It don't even matter, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He gave me some drugs. And I just know, like, literally after that, I was waking up from surgery. That's all I remember. And that's literally all I remember. I know I was in the hospital for, like, 3 days. Because, like, it was my right hand. So, you know, it's the hand I do everything with. So, I couldn't, like, I had to go. I needed help going to the bathroom. I needed help eating. I needed help doing everything. And I couldn't walk because I was on drugs because my hand was hurting. So, like, every time I would get up, I would, like, be nauseated. And anytime I went anywhere, I had to be in a wheelchair when I was in the hospital. So, there was just a lot of stuff going on. And basically what happened to my hand was I broke my wrist. And they had to reconstruct my whole hand. And then my surgery, what happened was I got 3 pins in these 3 fingers. Yeah. And the way I broke my hand while I was riding the bike, I landed, like, I can't really do it because, like, I'm standing up, but I landed with my hand like this, and I fell on my hand. So I was like, and I fell on my hand and basically crushed. And so, like, after I got out of the hospital, like, my hand surgeon is all the way in O'Fallon, Missouri. So we used to have, like, every month we would have, like, to go out there and see what was going on. So, like, after a couple of months, not even a couple of months, like, after a couple of weeks after I had my surgery and I broke my hand, I had to start going to therapy. And therapy is really painful, like, so painful. Because they had put these splints on my hand, and at the end, I will show you guys pictures of my hand, what a splint is, and, yeah. And I'll show you how much my bill was once everything was settled. So, when I started going to therapy, they gave me a splint, and it was hurting, like, so freaking bad. And, yeah, like, I was going to therapy for a long, long time, and over time, it was getting better and better and better. So then, in August, right before school started, I had to get another surgery to take the pins out. And then, once I took the pins out, I had surgery again, but it was like I went in, got my surgery, and I left and went back home. But then when I went back home, I was still, like, back nauseated and on drugs and stuff again, taking antibiotics and all that stuff. And then I had to keep going back out to Dr. Sudikin. So then after that, I would only go see him every 3 months. And he was like, I would probably, because, like, when I was going to therapy at first, it wasn't really doing nothing. But then he said it was getting better. Then all of a sudden, like, my hands started getting better because I started doing my hand exercises and stuff. And then the other day, I think it was Wednesday, was my last session of therapy. And this is where I'm at with my hand now. Like, I can't close it, can't do anything. I can write, like, my wrist can move and stuff, but, like, my fingers, it's not really much I can do. But I'm still going to, you know, learn how to drive and do all that other stuff. I'm not going to let my hand stop me from doing it for real, to be honest. And, like, yeah, like, it's been, like, a long time dealing with my hand. And I'm glad that therapy is over. And I am supposed to go. I think I'm supposed to go back to see Dr. Sudikin this month. But I'm not because, like, my bill was $60,000. And that is a whole lot of money. And he didn't take my insurance. So the $60,000 had to come out of, like, my pocket. But they ended up working it out, so the hospital had to pay since he was on call for them, and we didn't ask him. It's like a whole lot of stuff been going on in my hand. Like at the beginning of the school year, my grades was kind of off because I don't know how to write with this hand for nothing in the world. And my hand been broke for like almost a year now, and I still don't know how to write with this hand, and I'm back writing with this hand. But at first I was writing with this hand, I didn't know how, so my grades was like kind of dropping because teachers was being ignorant. They wouldn't email me my notes and stuff. But now I'm at a good place in my hand, I guess you can say. But it's not really much I can do with it. But that's the story about how I broke my hand. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be showing pictures and videos once the video is over, so you guys see how my hand was at first, then like how it was over time. And I hope you guys enjoyed my story time, because a lot of people ask me how I broke my hand, or I never told people the full story. I just told them that I fell off a bike and that's how I broke my hand. And be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And if you want notifications anytime I upload a video, be sure to click the bell so you can receive notifications. Good stuff. And if you aren't following me on Instagram, you can follow me at soso.mariq, M-A-R-I-Q, and you can add me on Snapchat so I can keep you guys updated on when I upload videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. See you next time.